Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. Welcome to today's masterclass on AI tools for data analysis, master business problem solving. It is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker for today's event, Subhanshi. Subhanshi has more than 3 years of work experience with a demonstrated history of working in logistics and retail industry, and currently working with one of the finest global leading financial companies, uh, American Express. She is skilled in advanced statistical and ML modeling, data governance, data modeling, and also has hands-on experience in working efficiently with big data, with the platforms like PySpark, Hive, AWS services. She has curiosity and enthusiasm to apply analytics to discover and solve business challenges. So we'll welcome our instructor. Subhanshi, you can take over the class.
Okay, thank you, Naren. Thanks for such a great introduction and a very good morning to one and all. I hope everyone's doing well and thanks for joining the session early morning, especially on the weekend. So we'll start with the session. I'll share my screen. I hope everyone's able to see my screen. Guys, people can respond on chat. Okay, then I hope that's a heads up. Great. So we'll start with, as a topic suggests, data science, AI tools for data science. Now, whenever you hear data science, yeah, maybe we can take the questionnaires later when the session is done. But let's start with it. Narendra, if anything important comes in between, you can please stop me and I can address that situation. Okay?
Sure.
So whenever you hear about data science, what is something that comes in your mind? People on chat, if they can respond. Prediction, okay. What else? All right, so I'll say solving problems, brilliant. Mathematics with coding, correct. Future scope, true. So bunch of things whenever we talk about data science comes into our mind. Now, data science is a hot topic, especially in last 5 years. This has gained a lot of buzz all across the globe. Now, why is data science so important? First, in our today's agenda, we are going to cover what is data science, what is the difference between data science, AI, ML, and DL. And then we are going to look, touch base on topics like the power of AI tools, the universality of analytics, and there are types of analytics. And since it is not any domain specific, so we are going to focus on marketing analytics. Then what is the importance of marketing analytics? How can you use AI tools in the marketing domain? And then we'll have the summary of the whole session, and we'll have a Q&A session later. Now, moving forward, whenever we talk about data science, if I boil it down into a very simpler terms, so data science is all about deriving insights from the data by using scientific methodologies or algorithms. Also, not necessary you are just deriving insights, but they have to be meaningful and actionable that can draw business impact for the organizations. Or you can also say that it is a summation of mathematics, computer science, and statistics, wherein you are responsible to use your knowledge of linear algebra, probability and inferential statistics, and coding skills. So as rightly mentioned, that whenever we talk about data science, we think about mathematics and coding. We think about problem solving. So data science is the summation of all these things: math, statistics, computer science, problem solving. Along with it, something that's very important is storytelling. That is how you can define data science. Now, it's used all across the domains. But let me not jump onto that first. So I'll try to reduce, I'll not use a lot of jargons, but since I mentioned that I'll be bifurcating what is the difference between AI, ML, and DL, I'll touch base on that also. Now, when we talk about AI enables to create a machine wherein there is minimum human intervention needed, or wherein we are just trying to mimic the human intelligence. So let's say self-driving car, that is the final goal, and that's an AI application. Or we are talking about ChatGPT nowadays, which is very important. So ChatGPT, that's a full-fledged AI application, AI product, wherein no very minimum human monitoring, or you as a user don't have to worry about interpretation on that front. Now consider AI as a big Venn diagram, which is like a big set, and then in that set you have subsets like ML and DL. Now, what is machine learning? Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence wherein some mathematical and advanced statistical knowledges are combined, and then you start working on your objective. Second, what is deep learning? Deep learning is a special kind of machine learning. So when we talk about deep learning is a subset within machine learning. That is why we call it as a special machine learning technique wherein neural networks are used. Artificial neural networks are used. So in deep learning, if you work with numerical data, I'll not throw a lot of big jargons like technical jargons, but if we are working with numbers, so we use artificial neural networks. If we are working with picture data, photographs, then we use convolutional neural network. Just to name a few, you don't have to get scared of it. And then if we work with time series data, so we use recurring neural network. Now, when you sum up all of these, the complete set and subset like AI, ML, DL, this all combines together along with the platforms that are available. All these techniques combine together, and with platforms like Python, cloud or cloud maybe of AWS, EI, Azure, they all become a data science project wherein you are responsible to work on exploring the data, munging the data, feature engineering, model evaluation. These are all the steps that we will discuss moving forward in our session. But just to name a few, I'm just giving you a high side. And a person who's responsible to work on end-to-end data science project, he or she, they also work on the complete automation part. So that's all about what is data science, how data science is responsible in data, what is the role of data science with AI, and the tools and techniques we are going to discuss moving forward. Now, something we need to understand that there is a difference when we talk about analytics and when we talk about data science. Analytics is all about gaining analytics is all about exploring the data, pulling the data from the past and then deriving insights out of it in order to give immediate interactions or immediate actions to the business. So what you do, you simply pull the data, analyze it, find out the hidden patterns, and then you give quick fixes to the business that, okay, in certain business, you can make changes immediately. Whereas when we talk about data science is more towards, it's a long process wherein you understand the in-depth of the domain, you understand the exploration, you do some feature engineering, you do the modeling part, and you also, after the modeling, which is known as the predictive analytics, you also prescribe, which is prescribe that what can be the measures uh, adopted by any organization in order to use those predictions that you've created. So, and the complete automation, that's the difference when, that is the difference between analytics and data science. Now, analytics, we'll just focus today, for today, we'll focus on analytics. Analytics is of 4 parts, if I have to sum up. One is descriptive analytics, another is diagnostic, third one is predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is all about modeling, something that you hear a lot nowadays. And the fourth one is prescriptive. Prescriptive is wherein you are suggesting the measures that how do you use those predictions that you have brought in. So that's all about the analytics and the types of analytics present in the market today. Okay, then we'll move forward. What is analytics? As I already described, but let's have a formal description. Analytics is a process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data to gain insights and make informed decisions. It uses varieties of techniques and tools in order to discover patterns, trends, and valuable information within the data sets. It is not any domain restricted. So analytics can be applied in various domains such as business, marketing, healthcare, finance, and many more. So in order so that you can improve your efficiency, bring in insights, bring in more ROI to the business. And not every project that we do is to bring the impact within the business or bring money, but many of them are also used to reduce the risk mitigation. So for example, we have in healthcare industry, if somebody is working on identifying that who are the people who are prone to cardiovascular diseases. So they are kind of doing a research that, okay, if a person ranges from age 18 to 40, what is the probability of that person to have a cardiovascular disease, whereas a person who is aging between 40 to 60. So therein you are kind of you are researching on a project and you are trying to reduce the risk across the globe in terms of healthcare, in the healthcare sector. You're not really within that research, you're not maybe getting that paycheck that you might be expecting. So that's all about what is analytics, the domain it can be used, and why do we need analytics. Now let's see the significance understanding AI in depth. Now, especially as I discussed, that not all the analytics or the projects we work, they are for the. So guys, we'll take the questions later. I'm sure you might be having a lot of questions between data scientist and data analyst. Okay, Vikas. So somebody a data analyst is a person who is supposed to pull the data, analyze the historical trends, and immediately just give the business quick fixes, as I mentioned. And you're supposed to create the dashboards, work on SQL, and maybe sometimes talk to your stakeholders in order to gather the information. You are not very much responsible to work on the complete automation part. and the modeling part. Whereas a data scientist, that person is responsible to identify the loophole in the problem statement, to do the data exploration, feature engineering, modeling, and then finally prescribing that what are the steps that can be taken in order to use his predictions that he has come up with. And he or she is also responsible for a complete end-to-end automation on a business, automation on cloud, or even some of the organizations have their inbuilt cloud systems. So that's the difference between data analyst and data scientist. Guys, I'll take your questions later, but let's not divert ourselves. So yeah, I was talking about uh, analytics and the domain, and then the objective. Why do we perform analytics? It is not always because we are looking for the ROIs or the profit, but it's also in terms of healthcare. We do some research so that across the world, across the globe, for humans, we can also bring some customization and innovation. We can use some sustainable problem solving, informed decision making. We can reduce the risk in the health sector with some ethical considerations, optimizing AI utilization. So all of your companies like Uber, your Urban Clap, or Starbucks, all of them, they are trying to customize their feed. So whenever you go to a Starbucks, or even if you have a Starbucks app, they might send you some personalized recommendations on their drinks available. So they've analyzed your past behavior. That's where they have played a role of AI and analytics. That is why it is very important to understand the significance of AI and the in-depth knowledge that why do we do it. Now, one question that everybody might be having in this session, I'm sure, is despite of the powerful tools available like ChatGPT, why do we still need to learn AI, ML, DL, analytics, or any platform such as or any coding language? Well, I totally agree that GPT kind of platforms, they have their own advantages and they're very fruitful to the humankind. However, at the same time, human intervention is definitely needed. So I'll give you a bit of summary that ChatGPT is a fine-tuned version of GPT version 3.5, and it is built with 175 billion parameters. This is what the statistics is. If I have to boil it down into a very simpler terms, so let's say, so there are 175 billion parameters. When I say parameters, if everyone is not able to understand, then features, or let's say there are columns, 175 billion columns in a data are used to train this GPT model. Now, first, in order to come up with 175 billion parameters understanding or columns understanding, it is very important for all of us to understand how do you interpret even 10 columns. If you are not very well versed how to interpret the 10 columns, it would be super hard for us to understand and derive insights from 175 billion columns. So first importance is why we should know the crux and the basics, because you can customize your AI model as per your organization. Then the data compliance. I know that many organizations, there are data issues that you cannot send your data outside outside your organization. So this is known as data compliance or data governance or PII security issues in a very simpler terms. So even for that purpose, you cannot use ChatGPT in your organizations, and then you won't be able to customize, then interpretation gets difficult, and many more, to name a few. It definitely gives you the leverage of code capabilities. We will come on to your questions once and all. So it definitely gives you the privileges on code capabilities, semantic search, and summarization, and many more. But we do have to be very careful about what are the drawbacks and limitations of such powerful tools. So, for example, now everybody might be thinking that, okay, code capability is available with ChatGPT, so I can definitely write down a code. But if you have to work on a certain industry specific data, the customization, that would not be possible unless you have a basic or an intermediate level of knowledge of any platform, be it Python, PySpark, or so. So now imagine you have created an AI model, or AI model is already created with the help of a chat GPT, and there exists an application or a website or a software. Now you want to integrate your AI model and with your app or a software. So what would you do is you would create an interface between your AI model and your software or a website. Now that integration would be required, and that will only be possible as long as you have a basic knowledge, basic to intermediate level of knowledge of Python. That is why learning a tool on your own is equally important, not completely relying or understanding that, okay, we have powerful tools like ChatGPT. So why do we really have to get into the in-depth? No, for integration and development of any of your project, for customization, for debugging and troubleshooting, it is equally important to know the crux of analytics, platforms like Python, PySpark, and your machine learning and deep learning. So we've all been talking about what is analytics, what is data science, what is AI, and all. Now let's look at the project cycle that happens. Now, to answer your question, Vansh, this is a complete life cycle of a data science project, what a data scientist is responsible to work on. So that person is also is responsible to identify the problem and then do a problem scoping, wherein you are supposed to look onto 4 Ws, which is who, what, where, and why. Who are your stakeholders? What are the projected benefits that you can bring into your organization? Where it will be utilized? And why do you think any existing project or existing methodology cannot help in any of your business decision? Why do you need a data science project? So all these 4 Ws, they are thought through by a data science or data scientist or the team of people who are working on the data science project. Then after a problem scoping, they do some data exploration. They try to figure out, where do we pull the data from? Whether my data is in CSV format, is it in a PowerPoint, is it in a tabular form, is it in, or you have to scrape the data from the websites, and so on, so forth. There are various sources wherein you can explore your data. Then comes the data acquisition, wherein you would be required to do some feature engineering, or when we talk about feature engineering, it's something very similar to, let's say, you have a structured data, wherein you have 3 columns. One is height, weight, and BMI. So when we say feature engineering in simpler terms mean you are using 2 columns and you are creating 1 column out of those 2 columns. So you have height, you have weight. Now you can create a third column, which is called as BMI. So while you are working on modeling, you will not be required to use those two columns, height and weight. On the contrary, you can only use one column, that is BMI. That's all. That would suffice your requirement. And this technique of reduction of columns or dimensions, it is also called as PCA, principal component analysis. Maybe whenever you will be learning more about it, you will get to know more. But yeah, that's also included in the modeling steps. Then you come towards modeling. Now, very initially in starting of our workshop, we did discuss what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is AI. So machine learning, as we mentioned, that it is a subset of AI wherein we use some set of mathematical and advanced statistical analysis. So in the modeling, you can be using ML, DL, advanced statistical analysis, and many more. When we talk about machine learning, especially, if I'll just have to name a few, you can be discussing about supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised modeling techniques. Okay, that's wherein you can use modeling. And then after everything is done, you have explored, you have done some feature engineering, you have prepared the predictive analytics, which is in the section of modeling. You will evaluate that how is my model performing, the predictions that I have made, what is the significance or what is the conclusion that I can present to the business after the predictions I have made. Now, that is what your evaluation is all about. Then let's come on to the universality of analytics. We did discuss that analytics is not domain restricted. So anybody, let's say we might be having few people in the session, those who are working in any healthcare sector from past 5 years or a decade or so. So they might be wondering that, okay, I do have the business knowledge, I do have the product knowledge. However, I'm not very well versed with analytics or what is data science. And if I learn analytics or data science, will I be able to use my experience and the technology both together or not? So for them and for everyone in any of the sector, yes, it is a great advantage for you, because AI or analytics or data science, none of them, they are domain restricted. Analytics is not domain restricted. In fact, it is beneficial for somebody who has business knowledge and they learn technology. They can club their both knowledge together and use in order to bring insights and impact within the business. So you can be using analytics into your marketing, or you can be also using it into healthcare, business and finance, healthcare, marketing and e-commerce, supply chain and logistics. So to name a few, these are various domains which has potential use of analytics. Like in business and finance, you can use it for forecasting and risk management. You can use customer segmentation and targeting, so that you can spend your money only on those customers to whom you are very sure about that, yes, they are going to take your product. Because it is also analytics answers your questions like, who are the top 20% customers who are interested in your product, or who happens to buy your product. Because as per a Pareto's law, your 20% of your customers drive your 80% of the sales and the growth of any organization. So it is very important to identify who are the top 20% people, those who are contributing to a business. Analytics answers questions like this. So they can be these types of questions can be important for business and finance, can be important for healthcare, can be important for marketing and e-commerce, supply chain and logistics. So I have personally worked with Ecom Express, which is a logistic organization, wherein we were working on mid-mile problems. We were working on demand forecasting, product classification, and we also worked on chatbot, a rule-based chatbot where we were addressing customers' query. And I've also worked with a retail industry, and currently what I'm working on is all revolving around marketing analytics within the finance domain. So it is useful across all the domains. Now, something that, since I mentioned that analytics is not domain restricted, we can use it in various domains. We'll talk today and focus only on marketing analytics. So, marketing analytics is a process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting data to assess the effectiveness of a marketing campaign. It helps business understand customer behavior, measure campaign performance, and optimize strategies for improved ROI. In a very simpler terms, we all have been getting Google ads. We all, whenever if you search for a white collar t-shirt on Myntra, so the very next moment you will keep getting advertisements of white shirts, or you will keep getting advertisements of something that you can pair up with a white shirt. All of these are the marketing strategies wherein an organization is looking into the three different variables or three different sectors of a customer. One of them is your firmographic variable, another is demographic variable, and the third one is psychographic. In psychographic, they are reading your patterns. They are understanding what kind of what are your behavioral patterns. When do you happen to use your Myntra, and when do you happen to buy a t-shirt with a shoes or a pair? So therein, in psychographic, they're understanding your behavioral patterns. In demographics, what is the age, region, they're reading about all of those variables. And in firmographics, what is your salary, what is your bureau data, maybe they're capturing how many cards do you have, and so forth. These are the variables that are specially captured in order to do a targeting marketing, so that we as an organization, we are spending money only on those people, those who are going to bring revenue to us, and not only revenue, but revenue with profit. That's the end goal for all organizations. Then why behind marketing analytics? So as we just discussed, let's read it out again. Marketing analytics answers the why by providing data-driven insights necessary to improve marketing strategies, target audience effectively, and achieve a higher return on investment. So it's all about understanding customer behavior, optimizing campaigns, and staying competitive. You might be observing that for a month, a company runs a campaign wherein they might be giving you vouchers. And then for another 1 month, they stop giving it. So they're kind of evaluating, they're analyzing, okay, so when I did run a campaign on the same population, what was the sales number what was a profit that I could gain? And after I have stopped targeting and I'm just randomly sending emails or randomly targeting everyone, what are the profits that I'm getting? So this is the difference that how they can analyze and identify that what is the use of analytics in targeted sector, what is the use of optimizing campaigns, and how are they finding customer behavior patterns important or not. So these are a few of the ways. Now, let's talk about the critical role of marketing analytics plays. So marketing analytics plays a very crucial role in technology, in business expertise. You have to know all, like you have to have a 360 customer view wherein you are supposed to know about psychographic, firmographic. Again, I know I'm reiterating, but then yes, to have a 360-degree view of a customer, it's super important for you to understand what is their behavior, what is their past behavior, how will they be responding to this campaign, or how will they be responding to your content strategies. All of this can be understood with the help of AI, with the help of analytics and the data. Now, let's talk about, we have been talking about marketing analytics, we've been talking about how can we use them. Let's talk about real world application and their benefits. So you can use in real world, you can work on a forecasting project, you can work on a propensity based model, which is not mentioned here, but yes, you can find out that what is the likelihood of a customer to buy a product or not. That is something is very important. You can also work on cross sell and upsell strategies. So for example, cross sell is something, you have 3 products and you know that your customer is buying one of the product very oftenly from your website. So next time when the customer lands on and he or she is buying your product, you can also recommend them, or you can also show them an advertisement of that, you, if he or she clubs your standard product that they take and a product which is new to them, that is what your cross selling comes in. So you can be using it for cross selling. Upselling is like somebody is prone to buy very expensive products, you can also show them much more expensive than what they usually buy. So this is what upselling is all about. Then you also identify the risk, whether you should, especially in the banks, we do work on that. Is it important to consider this person for a business loan or not? Should he be given personal loan or not? Should we give him the foreign exchange product that we have in? Maybe can we reduce the cost, or if at all we should be allowing this person to give him a business loan, to allot him the business loan, what should be the limit? All of these real world, all of these queries and all of these answers are provided with the help of AI, and you can use it in real world also. Now, how AI technologies are indispensable in marketing analytics. AI technologies, what's a crucial role? We've been talking about this, and we did discuss that the crucial role is that you can find out this how to do the churn analysis. These are all the techniques, these are all the real life projects that we do in an organizations. So they're the topmost problem statement that everybody across big firms they are looking to, that they want to retain their customers, because as per a Harvard study, it says that acquiring a new customer is 5 to 25% expensive than retailing a customer. So they are working on retention strategies, they are working on survival analysis, they are working on incremental build business, that from their existing customers, if they cross sell or upsell, how much of the incremental business they can derive from those customers, existing customers. What is the card member value? Or like, what is the customer lifetime value for a sale? That is what you can understand. All of these crucial objectives, they're all used with the help of technologies and the algorithms that are available within AI. So if we read out this, so AI technologies are indispensable in marketing analytics, as they excel in data processing, predictive analytics, personalization, and automation. So even on the real-time basis, so you might have seen that maybe you will go to a bank and then you'll submit an application that, okay, these are my records, and these are my data. I want a business loan. So even only on a click, they will analyze and they'll let you know that whether you are applicable or not for a business, for a loan or not, business loan or a personal loan. So what has happened, they've created a full-fledged AI application wherein they are analyzing your spend, your bureau data, and everything, wherein you can use marketing also. And that is how some of you might be getting calls like, okay, so we have a loan available for you, because they've analyzed that, okay, this person pays their credit card bills on time. This person has XYZ salary, and they are competitive. They have X number of cars, their behavioral, their demographics, all of these patterns, they are analyzed. And then you get a call from any executive, sales executive, in order to drive their business. So let's talk about few more examples, real-time examples. We all know that Netflix, I mean, who doesn't love to binge on Netflix? So ever thought of that, how the recommender system is working at their end? Also, just a small tip, you all should go and watch this movie Social Dilemma, wherein you can get to know that how people sitting at the back end, they are analyzing your patterns. The Social Dilemma, it's going to be a mind-boggling documentary for all of you to actually understand how does this analytics, how AI works at the back end. How are they intriguing you? How are they pushing notifications to you? Then Netflix recommendation system. If you have watched a drama movie, if you've watched a Bollywood movie, a comedy movie, are you satisfied or not? In order to retain you, they might even give you some vouchers that, okay, we've seen that you've not been active from past 1 year or few months, then you would be given some recommendations or you would be sent some vouchers, even on festive seasons and all. Then Amazon product recommendation. Everyone is well aware of Amazon, and I'm sure some or the other day you might have shopped from it. So they give you some recommendations on, okay, if you club your shopping with X product, you will get some benefit, or this would be also helpful for you. If you're buying a laptop, let's buy a laptop stand, because that is something you can protect with it. You can buy a laptop cover, all these patterns, all these recommendations, so are coming from analytics. And to claim it in a very simpler terms, how it happens is they're using, just understand a transitive property that we might have all studied in like primary schools, which is like when A is equals to B and B equals to C, then A automatically becomes equals to C. So even Amazon product recommendation system, or for say Netflix recommendation system, what happens is they see that, okay, person X has watched movie and person Y has also watched movie, and their interest lies within the same range. So now when they're going to recommend you, so they are going to recommend the movies of Y person to X person, and they're going to recommend the movies of Y person to the X person, if it has gone some complicated. So, but yeah, maybe we can discuss later in the questionnaires. Do let me know. But that, yes, that's how it works. They kind of recommend you on the basis of different people preferences also, and they find out the patterns, similar patterns. Then email marketing optimization is one such example. Chatbots for customer support, all of us are very well aware of it. They are now integrated with WhatsApp. They're now integrated on platforms, your website, your LinkedIn, all of them. Social media sentimental analysis. They would sentiment analysis. They're basically trying to understand what people think about their product. What are the views of product? Are they liking it? Are they not liking it? Which is their premium product? Which is their non-premium product? All of this is very important for a company to know how are they directing to, what is their trajectory in the next year, are they going to be profitable or not. Then comes the dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing is all about e-commerce companies adjust product prices in real times. Dynamic pricing, a very good example of this can be airplane tickets. So you might have seen that, okay, if you will go to a website and if you, in a day or a two, you have searched many a times that you want to travel from Pune to Delhi, then next very day or after 2 days or after few hours also, sometimes the price that you might have seen an hour before, that might be different from what you might be seeing an hour later, because they've understood that you are in an urge and you're in a need, especially on the holidays. So you might have seen that in Diwali times the airplane tickets rises and they are just skyrocketed. Why? Because they keep on performing this dynamic pricing. They know that people, there is a huge demand of it, so they will adjust their prices according to the demand, according to the sales. Well, that's all about analytics and marketing analytics. Specifically, we discussed what is analytics, what is the difference between analytics and data science, what are the four different types of it, which is diagnostic, descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive. We also discussed that how we have powerful tools like ChatGPT. Still, what is the importance of learning the crux and the basics of it? And then comes in the marketing analytics, that how organizations, different organizations, let's say Netflix, Amazon, Lenskart, how are they targeting? How are they working with their customers in order to find out different patterns? So yes, analytics is universally applicable, while marketing analytics is one of the sector and enhanced by AI, optimizes marketing efforts for data-driven success. The synergy of analytics and AI is essential in a rapidly changing landscape, empowering business with insights, efficiency, and competitiveness. So that's all about today's session. Now we are open to the Q&As. So I'll just quickly take few questions. Science won't be okay. So I'll take Vinayak question first, which is an open question. There is some skepticism going that data science won't be demanding as today. After 2026, what would be the future of those skilled in data science and analytics? Please clear the air, being neutral. Thank you. Okay, so Vinayak, very good question. We discussed that what is, despite of the powerful tools that are available, like ChatGPT and all, will we still needing all of these technologies like number crunching or learning Python or learning ML and DL? Because on a simple click, even ChatGPT can do it for you. But as we discussed, that they have their own limitations. You cannot do the customization. They would definitely help you in your task, but they cannot completely take over. On a neutral note, there is a human intervention and innovation that can be done only by the humans. You cannot totally rely on the interpretability. So let's say if you are feeding in huge data, and if you want to analyze that data, that cannot be done with ChatGPT because they don't know the business or they do not know the domain knowledge. So over there, the skills of data science, in order to integrate, in order to develop, all of that is super important for you to understand. And I don't think that in 2026, these skills will be in no demand. In fact, you can upskill yourself that how can you leverage tools like GPT, or how can you be more effective in it, but you don't have to be worried. So there is a quotation by Microsoft CEO only, that AI can do your task, but they would not be able to take up your jobs. So they'll help you in task, but not in the jobs. They are definitely, you don't have to worry about it. That's my view. But at the same point, it's super important for us to keep updating and upskilling ourselves, be it in our prompt engineering sector, be it in how do we leverage ChatGPT, or be it in what is the in-depth also. It's important to know any language, any tool, any MLDL algorithm at the same time. So Mil, I'll take few more questions. Reliance Smart, one of the largest market changes. Being as non-IT background, if I do this course, for me over those in science already, will I be offered a compare? Okay, so there's a question from Saurabh. So he says, being from a non-IT background, if I do this course, will the companies prefer me over those in science already? Will I be offered a competitive pay? And what will be the average salary I can expect if I do this course? Okay, so Saurabh, it is not necessary. Definitely, people, those who come from IT background, they have some advantages over the non-IT backgrounds. But it's not important for you to go into the in-depth of, okay, what is, like, you don't have to know the complete crux of Java or React JS, something that can just help you with number crunching. A very simple platform that I find for this is Python. I myself come from a non-IT background. I am master's in statistics and I'm bachelor's in mathematics. Definitely, I have a privilege of coming from maths and stats background. But I did not know much about coding when I entered into the IT sector. But within the course of time, I started learning Python and I started learning tools like Power BI. And then I kept on learning more and more. I had the privileges to work on cloud as well. So as long as you're consistent and you're resilient, you don't really have to worry about that you're from the non-tech background. Will you be preferred or not? Yes, people will prefer you as long as your skills are up to the date. Yes, competitive salary, that all totally depends on your negotiation skills. How do you negotiate, and what's the market trend? Honestly, if market has money, they'll definitely give it to you. Vishal Kumar, we did discuss what is the difference between data analytics and data science. So we can use ChatGPT to problem solving any question not understood. Will AI take over? So guys, I think we did discuss that, yes, despite of the potential of ChatGPT, we completely cannot just rely on, ChatGPT, that okay, that's the only thing that we integrate and we can bring in impact to the business. Customization, bias and harmness, data compliance issue is equally important. We are again repeating. That's my answer to Samed Patel also. Non-IT background students, any suggestions about coding? Yes, you should start taking steps. It's very important to take a step. It's very important to just start with it. Even if you sometimes don't push yourself while you're learning coding, especially when you come from a non-tech background, learn for half an hour or just an hour. And if you think that, okay, you took a break for a day or a two or three, don't get bogged down, come back again and then start. But just leaving it completely is not a solution, because that's not how. And take it slow. Don't be in a rush that okay, I have to learn everything, because within course of time, while you'll work in an organization, there are many things that you learn, but just make sure you get well versed with the basics and intermediate level, so that whenever you're given a chance or whenever you're given an opportunity, you have to get interviewed somewhere, you can answer their basic questions. Nobody is expecting you to know the advanced level of Python or advanced level of coding in SQL. Basic to intermediate for a beginner level is sufficient. And just about the AI, what would you like to share knowledge about ML? How will it impact? Okay, so ML is something Sandeep Kumar Das. Now, the answer to your question is how ML, what if I could share some knowledge about ML? ML, as I mentioned, it is a subset of AI wherein you work more with mathematical and advanced statistical models. When I say advanced statistical models, statistics is divided into two parts, let's say. One is descriptive statistics, another is inferential statistics. And then in simple terms, if you hear about statistics, what you can do, you may just do some number crunching. What is the mean? What is the mode? What is the median? What is the distribution of my data? That is all the descriptive statistics plays a role in. If you have to perform advanced statistical analysis, and a combination of mathematical analysis is equals to machine learning. When I say advanced statistical analysis, it includes hierarchical modeling, it includes Bayesian modeling, multivariate analysis, and machine learning is divided into three parts. It's like supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised. Semi-supervised or reinforcement learning. That is where your machine learning is divided into three parts: supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised. In supervised, you have your something that you're trying to predict that is labeled. When we say labeled, that you know whether a person, your problem statement for a supervised kind of a objective can be whether a person will buy my product or not. So you know your data is labeled. For unstructured, for unsupervised, your data is not structured. Sorry, your data is not labeled. So what you do, you perform clusters and you do some segmentation. Or maybe you do some association rules. That's where you use unsupervised. And in semi-supervised, your half of the data is labeled. And within the course of time, it keeps on getting labeled when it's training in the medium time. So that's how ML is divided into three parts: and labeled, unlabeled, and semi-labeled data. To defect anything means coding is now how to write. Sorry, Kiran, I did not get your question. Could you be a bit clear, please? So if I'm into marketing analytics, will there be targets? Well, Sagnik Paul, since you're already from a marketing background and marketing analytics, will there be any targets? When you're working on projects, yes, you would be having targets, as in you might want to give a quick fix to the business that, okay, I'm sure you might be able to understand this better, that you ran a campaign and whether your campaign was effective or not. You want to check out what is the pre-spend of a customer or what and the post-spend of a customer. So after a campaign, this is something that you can answer with analytics, but definitely you cannot answer or analyze the same data, the pre-spend campaign or the post-spend campaign. You cannot analyze and look into the patterns, trends within a day or do hypothesis testing for, say. This requires at least a week's time or like 3-4 days of time. So you would not be having daily targets, but you would be having project targets, which depends on your project to project and company to company. Company take fresher can Rohit Singh. company take freshers for data science role? Yes, they do. They do take. I'm sorry. Maybe you can be a bit more clear with your questions. What is the purpose of Power BI? Well, the purpose of Power BI is to visually show what your numbers are what your numbers are implying. So it's very hard to see the cluttered data in Excels or in some maybe a JSON format. So the very beautiful way and to understand insights is through a dashboard. So we all understand better from pictures than the theory or the word or only the numbers. So Power BI gives you provides you the privilege of visualizing your data into pictures, be it in bar graphs, be it in pie charts, line charts, and so on, so forth. Aryan Sanjay Gole, what are the books to be referred to get more knowledge in depth about data science? We all might have heard about O'Reilly, William S. Villay's book. They're also very good. I have personally read them. I've read O'Reilly books. I had my own subject books. I can name few, but yeah. So there are various books depending on your choices. What's current? Okay, that's all the Q&A. He or she's. That's all. That's all from the Q&A section. I'll just take few more from the chat. Allow me some time to go through the questions, guys. No matter, you have all the skills. Somil Gupta, well, I can totally understand your pain that no one is providing jobs to a fresher, no matter. But that's not the true case. Maybe you might just take it with a pinch of salt. You might need to work on your skills a bit more, or you might need to brush up your conceptual or your presentation skills. But people are taking, yes, the market is down from past 2 years or from past 1.5 years. They are reluctant, but not absolute reluctant. They are taking as long as you have skills. So maybe you can just try to learn more. Great. I'm super happy for you, Somil. So what you can do is try reaching out people on LinkedIn. Try to code on Lead Code or Hacker Ranks, and then be super active on Naukri and reach out to people for referrals. And then maybe sometime it's not all about the jobs are available or not. Yes, they are available, but it's more of a matter of luck as well. They're having skilled the company. Okay, so ma'am, I am a general BA student. May I also join a data analysis course, or after finishing this course, may I get a job from Kindness? Okay, yes, it is not very important for you to know everything initially. There are no prerequisite as such to enroll in this course. You can definitely come from any background, even if you are from BA background. Yes, you can join in the course. You can learn all the necessary tools, platform, techniques of AI. So yes, and you'll get a job as long as you gain skills, upskill yourself. Well, that's all. That's all. I think have answered majority of the questions. If still any of you have some questions left and I was not able to answer questions, my apologies for that. Thanks for all of your patience. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn, or maybe you can text to people on Alma Better. Or they'll send me an cluttered email, and then we can answer those questions pretty well.
Thank you, Shubhanshi. Like now, Manjul will take over the session.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Shubhanshi, for this informative session. And this session itself gives us a hint the amount of opportunity this data field, the ML field, and this AI holds. So from here on, I will be taking this ahead. And thank you so much for your time, Shubhanshi. And definitely learned a lot from this particular session. And majority of the questions that you answered, there was one thing that was pretty much clarified, that even if you don't have a lot of skill sets, few basic understanding will definitely provide you the job role that you're looking in the market. And that is something which gives encourages students a lot to proceed ahead and then get themselves into these kind of job roles.
That
Okay.
is,
No, yeah, Shubhanshu, you think saying something?
yeah, that is correct, Manju. Thank you so much for having me, and have a good day. And thanks for being patient. Bye bye.
Thank you, Shubhanshi. Okay, so I just saw a lot of questions that were being put in here regarding the job roles and whether I'm from an IT background or I'm from a non-IT background, whether do I need to have any kind of an experience or not. And as Shubhanshu also said, that it's all about, you reach out to right set of people, referrals, and sometimes it's the luck factor that matters. But what I believe is that other than the skill sets that we learn, it's also important how much well we are guided, right? And that is why I always believe that a particular person should have a platform where he's being guided pretty well by all those people who are working in this particular set of domain, that is in the data field, ML field, and AI. And that is how Alma Better is actually trying to help learners getting the transition they're looking forward to. We not only say that you have to learn 6 or 7 8 skills, or you have to learn these languages. We also ensure that you are being mentored well, you're being guided well, what is actually going on in this particular industry, right? So I will be sharing my screen and will be taking this session ahead. So first and foremost thing about Alma Better, what Alma Better is. So I believe that most of you would have visited our website, and there is one thing that we say there is that it's a placement guarantee program, right? So we are an output driven organization who are trying to ensure that we are giving the transition to all those learners who are looking forward to get into this data domain field. It can be in the data science field, it can be in the machine learning field, it can be in the AI field. And with AI field evolving every now and then, it's important that you should understand what are the things that are going there, right? So we are an organization where we believe that if we study together, we grow together. Because every problem statement that you will face will have multiple number of solutions, and when you start solving that problem in a group, somehow you get a perspective of that particular problem from different people, right? And you grow accordingly, you learn few things from them, and you learn few things from the way they have actually solved that particular problem, right? And same goes while we are doing projects in team. You will here at Alma Better, we have people who are freshers, we have people who are working professionals, we have people who are from the very same IT domain, and we have people who are not from IT domain. So when you project in team, you get to understand how well this could be done, right? Because if you're working on it uh, alone, sometimes you might face certain difficulties, sometimes you might get stuck at one particular solution. But when you're working in team, you get multiple number of hints solution for the very same set of project problem that we have. And obviously, if you're learning in groups, you do understand about what actually is going in someone else industry. Let us assume that there is a particular learner who is already working in maybe pharmaceutical industry. So you do get to know that what actually data is playing a role in that particular field. So because data is not specific to one particular field, it covers multiple fields. It covers healthcare, it covers IT services, it covers a lot of e-commerce, it covers edtech. So everywhere where there is data, we have to ensure that we understand or know this, that how we can get into that particular domain. Right now we are having this conversation, some of you might have joined via your mobile phone, some of you might have joined via your Wi-Fi, right? And all these data is being collected by the telecom operator that is taking care of the internet, of which you're using. And they will use it definitely to enhance uh, their business, right? And they will also try to improve themselves if you give feedback to them, and that is something which only data can do. So there is a lot which can be done in this field, but it's important that you should be pretty much aware about the things that are going around, right? I have seen this multiple times, and whenever students do come up to me and they have a call with me, uh, I came to know about one thing, that we invest a lot of time in learning a lot of irrelevant stuffs, right? Because every particular topic will have multiple things to understand, but it is important for you to know that what are the topics that you need to learn and what are the topics that you need to avoid. That is why Alma Better ensures that when they're providing the 6 months of program, whatever topic is being taught to you is relevant in the industry. You're not learning something which has become outdated or which is not important anymore, right? That is why recently we have also added all the AI tools that are currently required in the market. It can be chat gpd, it can be from the pandas AI that we have, but it's important that you should understand that what is currently going in this industry. That is why the mentors or the instructors that we have, they're also from working sector of data only. Just like Shubhanshi, she's already working in the data domain. So she knows how things are going there. She can give a better perspective about how multiple tools are being used in the industry. And that is what we want, right? You will have live classes just like this master class. You will have live classes where you can interact with your instructors. The instructor will answer your doubts, and even if you miss out those live classes, you will have the recorded versions of that as well. Watching live classes, understanding about tools and languages is okay, but what is more important is practicing. You need to keep on practicing. Coding is just like maths. The more you practice, the more better you become, right? So we do have like 1,000+ coding problems that we provide to you, and obviously projects are something that are pretty much important in this field, right? And we do ensure that you are working on more than 20+ projects here, right? Other than that, we will have daily doubt resolution session. So even if you have doubts watching the recorded lectures, you can directly go to our doubt resolution sessions that we have here, that we call as live support lounge, and you can clarify your doubts. And we do have like 1:1 mentorship sessions as well. So that, let us assume that because only data field has like multiple branches and multiple job roles, so you need to be pretty much aware that okay, this particular job role I need to go ahead with, right? So we have mentorships to provide you, to guide you. And then we have like mock interviews, which is very, very much important. So once the learning part is done, we do ensure that we are working on improving your interview things, your other soft skills, your resume building, every other thing is being taken care of. And we ensure that you do your homework pretty well before you sit in any real-time interviews, right? And then we have like 100% job assurance that we provide to our learners, where we have like 700+ hiring partners. And that itself shows that you will get multiple opportunities to sit in the interviews and to crack the job that you're looking forward to. So this is how Alma Better basically looks like, and this is how it works. Like first 6 months, we ensure that we are working on your learning part, and next 3 to 4 months we do ensure that we are working on your placement part, so that you get the placement in the 700+ hiring partners that we have here at Alma Better. These are the learning activities I have already mentioned. We will have like live lectures, then we will have projects, assignments, group discussions, business communications, guest lectures. Obviously, just like this masterclass, you will have a lot of guest lectures. And then we have like community participation, where you can do projects in groups. You can have good discussions in group as well. Then we have capstone projects, then we have competency challenges, then we have AB-CAT test as well that we do take after the completion of 6 months. Okay, and that is something which is very much important, because until or unless we are taking tests, we will not be aware about where you're doing things wrong. So it's important that you keep on giving these competency challenges, or you can say competency tests. You keep on submitting your projects, because that also shows that what are the things that you need to learn and what are the things that you have done well till now, right? So it's important for you also to analyze yourself by giving all these tests. These are some of the partners that we have here. We have Amazon, we have Uber, we have Myntra, Vedantu, we have PwC, we have Tech Mahindra, Accenture, Grow, JP Morgan Chase. So, in this particular slide, you will find out one thing, that again, data is something that is being used in each and every sector. Vedanto is an edtech platform. PwC is a consultancy firm. Amazon, huge e-commerce company, right? Myntra, again, a e-commerce company. Grow, JP Morgan Chase, again, they are from finance background companies, right? Polygon, crypto-based company. So this itself shows that how much data is in demand in all the sectors, right? Now, this is something which is very interesting. The salary distribution of alma mater graduates, and this distribution is for the freshers, right? Even if you have no experience, even if you have just recently graduated. So this entire slide shows that how much salary one can expect here after completion of the program. So here at alma mater, we promise the minimum package of 5 lakhs per annum. So there are like 19% of the students who do get a package that is ranging in between 5 to 7 lakhs per annum. But what is even more encouraging for us is that in between 7 to 8 lakhs per annum, this percentage increases to 29, and it further increases to 37% when it goes in between 8 to 9 lakhs per annum. So in between 7 to 9, if you look, you will find out that almost 66% of the students are getting a salary package that is ranging in between 7 to 9, which is a very big thing, especially if you're a fresher, and you're trying to get the transition from some other domain to this data domain. This is a very good amount if you want to start your career here, because the demand is so huge of this particular uh, in this particular domain, that maybe after 3 or 4 years you might double down your salary whatever you are getting right now. And that in itself boosts a lot of candidates to work really hard in these 6 months of training that we provide to them, right? Because 7 to 9 is not a bad deal. Almost 66% of the students do fall in this category. Now 12% of them fall into the category of 9 to 10 lakhs per annum, and more than 10 lakhs per annum is 3%. That means there are set of students who are also earning a package which is more than 10 lakhs per annum. That is approximately 1 lakh rupees a month, which is again highly encouraging. So if you're planning to start your career in this particular field, you need to know one thing, that obviously there is no such prerequisite that is required. Second thing, you need not to be very good when it comes to the coding part or any other skill or any other tools. We will be teaching you here. And third, once you have got a good command over the tools, the languages that are being used in this field, there is a high possibility that you might end up earning more than 10 lakhs per annum, 11, 12, 13 lakhs per annum per year, which is very good, right? If you're a fresher and if you're coming from a different domain, it's a very good deal if you're starting at such a package, because again, the package keeps on increasing after every 2 or 3 years. So again, a very, very good start if you're in that zone. And again, all those who will work really hard, will be disciplined, will be dedicated toward this course. You never know, after 7 or 8 months joining this particular program, you will have a job in your hand, maybe in any of the companies like Uber or Amazon, at a package of 13, 14 lakhs per annum as a data scientist or a data analyst, or maybe as a machine learning engineer. And you just never know. That's kind of a very great start that one's career can get. Some of the success stories, people from different background, different field, even from the very same field, they got the transition after adding certain skill sets in their resume, and they got that transition they're looking forward for, maybe as a data analyst, maybe as a web developer, maybe as a system analyst, business analyst. So all these people got that job role that was available in the market, and it's just that the hard work they put in, and they got the transition they were looking forward for. Now, these are some of our instructors and mentors that we have. We have Rochit Jan, who is from BCG, again, a very huge, big consultancy firm that we have here. Then we have Sayan De, who is working at Walmart. Then we have Ravi Ranjan, Sankalp Jan, Ekta Maheshwari. So we have people who are working basically in the very same domain, right? And this is something which encourages all of us, that if you're learning from these teachers and from these mentors, they will give us a very good perspective about how things are going in this domain, right? And that is something which is important for all of us to understand and to know as well, right? Because let us assume that if you are getting a lecture maybe from someone who is working in Walmart, or maybe in Google, or maybe in Amazon, the amount of exposure that particular person will provide will be tremendous. He will know how Python is being used there, or how any other tool is being used there. And that is, again, in itself is a huge thing. So let me just take few of the questions if there are, before I get into the student dashboard walkthrough thing. So Vansh has a question that he's a fresher and he's pursuing BA first year. So yes, Vansh, obviously you can go ahead for this particular program. And obviously, as we have already explained, there is no such prerequisite required. So obviously you can proceed ahead with this. You can give your career a fresh start. That's what I can say. No, I will strongly recommend each and every one of you to have a laptop with you, because again, there's no point you will be attending live classes, and if there is certain problem statement that is being given to you which you can't solve over your mobile phone, there is no point actually attending that lecture. So you need to have a laptop with you to attend these classes. We will be coming to this particular question, Samad, that what is the process of enrolling in our academy. What is Lakshmi? Nothing but a batch. So how we will be enrolling it, and when the new batch will be starting, I will be coming to that particular part as well. Narendra, was my screen visible? Parul is saying that nothing is displayed on screen. Everything okay from our end?
Yes. Yeah.
It is perfect. So Parul, it's something from your end. You need to fix it.
Currently, your, but now everything is fine.
Everything is fine. Okay. So just let me give all of you a quick walkthrough of how things look here at Alma Better. So this is how the homepage of Alma Better looks like, right? So you can directly go here, and you can also request a call back from our end. If you want to get in touch with any of our counselors, you can also chat to us via the WhatsApp thing that is being given to you. You will be rerouted to your WhatsApp application, and from there you can directly chat with us as well. So this is what we offer when it comes to the data science and the AI field. It's a certification, and there is one big thing that we have recently added, is that we have collaborated with IIT Guwahati. All those people who are from science background, they know that post 12th examination, how hard we try to get into the IITs, right? So if you have missed out the opportunity there, obviously you have a tremendous opportunity waiting for you right now, that you can learn full stack data science and artificial intelligence, which will be powered or collaborated by IIT Guwahati. So we have recently collaborated with them as well. So you get a certification from IIT Guwahati. You will have the 6 months of program already discussed. You will have few AI tools that will be covered as well in this particular curriculum that we will be providing to you. And again, this is I think the nth number of time I'm saying this, there is no prior coding experience that is required to go ahead for this particular courses. So these are some of the instructors we've already discussed. People from LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft, Netflix, Airbnb. These are some of the partners. These are some of the companies from where we have got our instructors and the mentors that we have. Some of the success stories, again, I will strongly recommend each and every one of you. I will be just providing you this link as well. Just go through all these success stories. You will also understand that how people from different background got themselves into this data domain. And this is how the syllabus looks like. We will start with Python again. ChatGPT will be part of it. We will get more deeper into the Python part with the Pandas AI. Again, it's an AI tool. Then we will learn about the SQL with ChatGPT. Then we have MS Excel, Power BI, Tableau that we will be covering in this particular segment. Then we will have some of the statistics that is very much important when it comes to data scientists role. And then we will have machine learning. Again, what Shubhanshi was saying about the supervised learning and the unsupervised learning, we will be completing all these things. And if you want to learn few more things in detail, we have few optional modules as well, where we have distributed machine learning, product analytics, and deep learning as well. Deep learning, or you can say even the unsupervised learning, is the first part towards the AI thing that we are currently witnessing after the ChatGPT thing that we have heard. So this is how the IIT Guwahati certification will look like. You will get a certification where it will be mentioned that it is from IIT Guwahati, which is being backed by Government of India, by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So in one particular certification, you will get a certification from Alma Better, which is here. You will get certification from Indian Institute of IIT, that is IIT, is Guwahati, and you also get a certification from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, that is Government of India. So again, it's a very big thing. If you're writing all these things in your resume, somehow you might end up getting a job role that you're looking forward in the market. Again, we will be definitely helping you, but these kind of certifications do help you maybe after 4 or 5 years down the line. If you're looking forward for any promotion, you just show the organization that you have done this data science and AI course from IIT Guwahati, and it is being backed by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Obviously, you will be preferred there. You will get that edge that most of the students they might not get if they're learning it from some YouTube videos or something like that. So yeah, this is something which acts as a big positive for you down the line if you're looking forward to get any kind of a promotion in near future. And even today, if you go in the market with all these kinds of certification, definitely you will get an edge over the people who are doing any kind of normal certification from any of the universities out there. Again, in the placement drive, what we do is that we work over the business communication thing, right? Then we work upon resume building, profile building, interview preparation, mock interviews. We will have a lot of coding and technical revision things that we will be working on. So these are some of the companies that we have tied up with us already being discussed. So once you log in here, because I have a dashboard that is the paid version of the Alma Better data science and AI thing. So this is how it looks like, right? So if you go to the learn module, you will find out that you will get the upcoming live class for this particular week. So I have a class that is on 12th of October that recently have passed. So again, I will have an upcoming class because Saturday and Sunday we do not have a lot of classes. So it's been mentioned here that how you can join the class and how you can directly get a view of your classroom. I have been joined in cohort Paris, right? And here I will get about some of the courses that are there which you can work on and can learn things from here as well. So if you go to the continue learning part, you will find out that how much percentage of course you have completed. So I haven't completed a lot, right? The progress percentage is only 1 till now. But look, Python is being done in this particular batch. Then we have a capstone project here. Then there is numerical programming in Python, relational database, data visualization, applied statistics. And if you find out that in every module, you will have a project that you will be doing, right? And this is something that will give you a lot of insights about how that particular tool or the topic is being used in daily life. This is how the classroom looks like. You can just go to this, you can click over this, and you will get the upcoming classrooms that will be working. So 16th October, I will have a class. 17th, I will have a class. 18th, I will have a class. 19th, I will have a class. So obviously, we are currently studying about statistics in this particular cohort. So we have like classes every day because we have to ensure that statistics is being practiced every day. And even if you miss out any of the lectures, you go to the completed section here, you find out that okay, this particular topic has been done. Go to the recording part, you can even watch the recording. You can also get the notes. If you click on this, you will get the notes, the handwritten notes that is being discussed in the classroom only. You will get out to that, and then you will have recordings as well of this particular class. So even if you miss out any of the classes, you will have recording of the same. Thousands of questions that you can practice from here, from the practice column, from the projects column. Obviously, multiple number of projects that are waiting for you. You can choose any one of them and can start practicing over them as well. And then we have the mentorships as well, right? You can just go to mentorship that has been written here, go to book now, and you can book any of your sessions from here. You have to book it in a week prior before you want it, so that we can also check the availability of our mentors. At the bottommost right side, you will find a tab that is help. If you click on this, you will find a live support. That this was the live doubt resolution that I was discussing about. You can directly enter the event. You can enter your name here, and you will enter here. And from here, you can solve your doubts live through the subject matter experts that we have right now. Okay, there is something, just a moment. So this is how it looks like basically. Once you enter this doubt resolution that we have here, the live support lounge, you will find multiple tables here. You can see that there is one particular person who is sitting here with our subject matter expert and he's solving his doubt. And same goes for all the tables, right? So you can pick any of the table out here. It's open in between Monday to Saturday, 11 to 8 p.m., right? You can just take any of the table and can start discussing your doubts with the subject matter expert that we have. You can also join it via, a video call as well. So he will just sort it out, right? Your doubts live and there only, right? And then we have a very important AI chat tool that we have recently added. So what happens here is that let us assume that you're practicing anything or you're solving any problem and you're not getting the right hint. So what you can do is that you can directly go here and you can give a prompt that, let us assume that write a Python program to add two numbers. You just have to give a prompt. You click on this and it will come up with a proper code. So even if you have any of the problem, you just go here, you give a prompt and you will get the problems here as well, right? So again, a very interesting tool. The more you will practice it, the more helpful it becomes for you. That's what I can say. So if you're trying to get into the program that we are recently starting from 17th of October, you can directly go to our website. I will be sharing the link here only, and you can click on the sign in option, and from there on you can go to enroll now and can complete your registration process with us, and you can start your classes from 17th of October. So I'm just writing down the link here where you can directly go to the Alma Better full stack data science program and get more clarity about the things that we have here. So, okay, do we have any question? Do we have nothing? Thank you for paying any amount. It's a fee. You have to pay a registration fees initially, Velori. If you're looking for a normal certification, it is 30,000, and if you're looking for IIT certification, it is 60,000. Yes, you do get recordings of the lectures already being mentioned here. I have questions in Q&A as well. You will get a week time to complete the capstone projects, Kiran. I do not get this required time. You will get like 1 week to complete this particular module. Okay, do we have any other questions regarding the program that we offer? So we're starting our next batch from 17th of October, that is from Tuesday. So if you guys are interested and you're looking forward to enroll yourself in these programs, that is all obviously being collaborated from IIT Guwahati, you can directly visit the website and can complete your registration from there. Okay, so Narendra, I don't see a lot of questions coming up. So if you have anything to summarize this, we can do it now.
Manjul, I request you to provide your details in the chat box so that they can connect with you.
Sure. So this is my email ID basically. You can just drop me your mail here and I will be more than happy to assist you. Do I need to provide my contact number as well, or email ID suffice, Narendra?
Yeah, email ID.
Yeah, I have already provided it here. So, okay, just a moment. You guys can reach out to me if you have anything that you want to discuss about Alma Better, or even if you want to discuss where you can, guide your career towards. I will be more than happy to assist you. I hope my email ID is now visible to each and everyone out there in the chat section. Kiran, you can just mail me on my email address. I will be guiding you how to do it. I've already provided my mail. So you can just ping me there and I will be more than happy to assist you in upgrading your program. Okay, Junaid, so we are starting this new batch that is starting from 17th of October. Okay, and again, it will be the very same batch where we will have 6 months of program where you will learn a lot of stuffs, and then we will get into the placement sector. You can join us, maybe today, tomorrow. You have time till Monday. You can directly go to the website, can sign in there from your registered email ID, go to enroll now option, and complete a registration process by paying a fees of 30,000 for the certification program. And if you want to get the IIT Guwahati program, you have to pay 60,000 rupees, and you can start your class from 17th. The class timings will be 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. in the evening time. ठीक है. Narendra, is there anything from your end that you want to say before we conclude this?
No, yeah, nothing from my end. Guys, I hope you all liked today's masterclass. Yeah, like if you have any doubts, you can um, mail them to Manjul. We'll solve all your doubts regarding the course curriculum, how to join, about job guarantee, everything. We'll guide you on all those things. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining today's masterclass, and we are ending this session now.
Thank you, Narendra, and thank you everyone for being so patient and joining this masterclass. We keep on bringing these masterclasses on every Saturday, so do ensure that you're calling your friends, your relatives, you're looking forward to get themselves a transition in this data domain. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Good evening. Have a good weekend.